time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, bond that can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself.
My mic was muted. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the best show in the world, FFC. That's right. You got it. Yeah, we are here to talk nothing but football. That's it. All right. That's what this show is for. It is for fantasy purposes, yes. But it is at its umbrella, it's football. Okay. I can't do fantasy if I don't know football. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That just tells me that I'm just telling you guys to pick up random people off of a random roster and put them on your random team. No, we ain't doing that. I'm giving y'all specific names. I'm telling y'all who to look at, who to evaluate, who to grab, who not to touch. But that all comes from what? Football. Watching this sport from that tight end. Yeah. See, people don't know real football starts at 5. But, you know, basically what that means is in a couple weeks, a lot of these kids that did start a lot of these men that started their career at a young age, in a couple weeks, next week, actually, it pays off in one of the biggest ways. Like one of the biggest ways. The NFL draft is right here. It's among us. I am a little sad. I didn't look at my schedule yet, but I do know I work Thursday, so I don't know if I'm going to be off in time to catch it. Breaks my heart. I don't think I've ever missed an NFL draft. But I do love cooking, you know, so I got to feed the people. All right. So it's not a bad thing, but don't worry. Coach is going to have y'all ready for the draft. I'm going to have y'all, you know, what to look forward to as it pertains to where players should go, what teams should be grabbing, you know. And then, you know, basically Thursday comes and some things go our way and some things you're like, what? You know, hopefully Mr. Howie ain't out here robbing again because, man, that was a wonderful draft the Eagles had last year. I don't think that's happening again. I think it is going to be a good draft. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks, obviously. It is a need coming into this draft, but it is a need as a whole. You got to remember, before Patrick Mahomes came in the league, even though Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, who am I missing? And Big Ben, you know, those guys kind of ran the league. You still had guys like Andrew Luck before retirement. You had guys like you still had Kirk Cousins out there. He was younger. I can't remember, oh boy, having a brain fart, one of these quarterbacks. The one with all the kids that played for the Chargers. He was a little tough son of a SOB, but he just didn't win a ring, that's all. But there was a good balance of great quarterbacks, mid to great quarterbacks, average quarterbacks. You shouldn't be playing quarterback. But, you know, and you had the ones that kind of flushed in and out of that cycle. And then there came a stint where it's not that quarterbacks were better. Defenses were down. Like, you had a lot of quarterbacks throwing up like 4,800, 5,200 yards passing, but just like the touchdown and interception ratios were a bit off balance. What were you really getting from those numbers just because he threw up 4,800 yards? You know what I mean? Back then, 4,700 yards means you had close to 50 touchdowns. Now you can have all them yards and only have like 23 touchdowns. Like that's horrible. Like what are you throwing to? Well, so why are the rest of those yards going to the running back at least? You coughing up 5,000 yards and you're not even pushing 42 touchdowns. That's not good. That means half those yards could have went to the running back. But anyway, that's another problem. But but see, that's what this show does. So we have fantasy when it's time for fantasy, and then there's football when it's time for football. Because I can just talk football all day. That's a given, right? But we have a great show for you today. Let's see. What are we going to start with? As soon as I find my tabs. Because I'm in the wrong part. That's why. Coach still working out the kinks. You got to bear with me. All right. So we'll start today with an NFL draft preview. Preview meaning like what are we looking forward to this year? As we based off of things we've seen in college, we have a lot of great players that are beginning to they're going to get to start have that dream come true and begin their career as an NFL player. This is not an easy road. It's 1% that make it this far, and then you got to get in training camp, not get hurt. So the road ain't over. It's just getting started, but that's the exciting part. See, and you know what? Real quick pause. Because see, I gotta come from them. That's what HBO's Hard Knocks used to be about. It used to be about addressing training camp. Training camp, like what these players go through, the grit, the grind, the attitudes with the coaches that they get. Yes, they do. These same kids that end up having to do belly rolls because they got an attitude with coach. These same players, they didn't change just because they became 28, 24. Sometimes a good coach can help minimize it, but I didn't send plenty of players. Don't hit that track, man. Don't hit it. Come on, super. Let me tell you something about me. If coach call you a superstar, I'm actually using that in a negative context. Because there ain't no superstars on my team. Okay? So if I see you out there doing something you think you're going to do in the game, hey, superstar, come in. Hey, give me 4 laps. I don't know where you thought you were going to do that at, but no, sir, 2 hands on the ball at all times. You ain't one-handed catching at practice. You crazy? Even if I come up, here's the thing when I tell my players. You want a one-hand catch? You better be at home in private. Or you better be doing it on the field before I pull up to practice. Because if I see one-handed catching from my players, I'm gonna ring their left necks. And we're running for a long time to practice. See, that's what y'all need to be doing is conditioning your body instead of worrying about here trying to be Odell Beckham. Now, do I do one-handed catch training? Absolutely. Because there's a purpose for me to do it, not for them to just go out here and gallop it thinking they're going to do this crap in the game, because I did it with my son. One-handed training is I have them have their backs turned, and when I say, hut, the ball's in the air, and they need to do a quick turnaround and try to catch the ball with their hand. And then there's another one I do where I send them on a short streak, and I send the ball to the trajectory as if it was going out of bounds. So they need to lean in for it. And the reason why is because sometimes that defender's going to grab or hold or lean against that hand that you can't get up. So you need to learn how to get that other hand up for reaction purposes to see if you can still get that ball. Okay? If not, you still get the pass interference because he had that other hand locked. That's what I do one-handed catch training for. I don't just, but you ain't gonna be just out here just, ooh, got him. No. You got what? You got me 50 laps. Go. 50 push-ups, yeah. No, laps to do, depending on how big the track is. It might be 2. Because you still got practice to do. I'm not trying to have you run a lap at practice, all practice. But that's what I have a big enough track for, so I can send you each on a couple. You get sent to the track for silly stuff like that. You get sent to the track for false starts. Oh, that's coaches. Anything that's a pet peeve to coach. Oh, you and that track gonna be best friends. Cause I'm not gonna do push-ups with you. I mean, we ain't gonna do push-ups and you sit up. You're gonna run. And don't leave your mouthpiece. Do not leave your mouthpiece at home. Don't leave your helmet at home. Do not leave equipment at home. Do not entrust equipment to your parents. They don't wear it. You do. So what you think gonna happen if I come to practice and I see a parent holding your helmet or holding your pads before you get ready to put them on for practice? Hey, go hit that track, and then come get dressed. And they'll know why. And they'll look at their parents like, "No, don't blame your mama. She dropped you off. She ain't the chauffeur." Okay, so the chauffeurs get your luggage. You get what I'm saying? Okay, she was your ride. This is an extracurricular activity, meaning your mama had to bring you. So bring your stuff. All right, coach. Bro, coach don't play on the field. I really don't. I have a lot of I do a lot. This is what today's show is for. It's like a reintroduction to a lot of those who haven't really watched my show. Giving you a little lay of the land of coach, before we get into some more talking about these young players. What's good, my guy Teddy? Hey, baseball with Teddy, please. Hey, it's baseball season, y'all. Okay. Hey, this is the time. Teddy's here. And look, he was doing his homework the whole offseason. One but a few months, because buddy, from October, Teddy has been to work. All right. And now look at April. Baseball season is here. And Teddy, his show, the #1 baseball show in all of the world, is kicking back off. So please tune in to Baseball with Teddy, guys. All right. Welcome, Teddy. Welcome. Hey, see, Teddy's gonna be on every show because we're gonna fix the crap they tried to fool him with last year, 30-second draft. Joe, we're gonna have to do something about this 30-second draft and pimp. We're gonna have to figure something out. That's gonna have to change. Let's see. We got some news and update. Okay. All right. So where we at? Oh yeah. So coach makes you run. But at the end of the day, when we get on the football field, we probably one of the most conditioned teams. I'm gonna use the punishment in the right way. I don't need you doing push-ups. Push-ups ain't doing nothing for you in the game. Push-ups are not doing nothing for you in practice. What I need you to do is run because I need those legs conditioned. If you just decide you don't want to bring your equipment to practice, okay? Or if you want to entrust it to your parents when it should be in your hands, you're gonna run that lap. Don't get them laps. But other than that, again, like I do vigorous training. Like I don't treat these kids. I have my son's 5, 6, and 7-year-old team, and we won every game. It was a flag football game. We won every game. Here is the funny part, though. I had a parent. Now our shirts were black. Our team shirts were black, and I think we were winning 26-0. And we were going in the fourth quarter, and I told all my starters to sit down. My son, who was the center, who loved snapping the ball, which was great because my quarterback loved him at center. He got mad because he had to play quarterback. And he hates playing quarterback. This is when he's 5. He didn't like it. He just liked to play center and run. Okay. He liked to hide the ball and run. But he was the backup quarterback when I needed to put all the starters out. Okay. I had a parent when I was walking up and down the side, literally say he's 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. He said that black team is too aggressive. I mean, they were. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's my personality. They picked up my personality. It was just funny to be just as I'm walking. She wasn't trying to be rude but in her mentality, like these are 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. Why do I have them out here getting interceptions? Yeah, we average like 2 picks a game, y'all. That flag, right? You wasn't getting past 5 yards on my defense with that flag. Nah, it was shut down. It was all shut down. I even beat up on a coach who was so I coached for the Zion ZBs. That's where I coached, and we went 10-2, lost in the Super Bowl. Oh, this was my fault. But anyway, the same organization asked me to do flag football for them. So I said, yeah, no problem. So it was a fun experience, man. It was a really fun experience. But I didn't know none of these kids. None of them. I had one Friday. I want to explain to y'all the lay of the land. Okay, just so you guys can see where Coach come from. I was given one Friday, 1 hour, and we had a game on Saturday. That's it. That's all Coach had every week. That's it. 7 weeks. So we went 7-0. One Friday, 1 hour. Now I stood around in practice when I had my guys working on the stuff I had them working on, ball security, because this is 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. We run the ball, okay? Ball security, handoffs properly, running, okay? Because we're gonna be fast. I had a small team. We're gonna be fast. But I looked around at the practices, and man, there were some drills that these dudes were doing. I was just like, really? It's flag football? Dude, I had one formation that I used the entire season. You understand? Here is what it looked like. That's my son. That's the center. I had the quarterback, and right behind him was one running back. But I had 3 on the field. Why? Because the other 2 were right there at wing. So he could hand off to either wing on a play, or he could turn around and hand off to the one directly behind him. Okay, that was plays 1, 2, 3. Simple. They're 5, 6, and 7. I'm not trying to make this too complicated for them. I'm trying to win some football game, right? So, mind you, let's take it back. It was a draft. I didn't know none of these players. Again, I didn't know anyone. All I had was my son's card because the rule was you had to have your son on your team. Okay. Somehow that only worked. That worked for everybody except for one, which was the head coach of the 5, 6, and 7-year-old tackle team. He didn't want his son. So his excuse was he doesn't coach his own kid, right? Okay. Now I've seen his older son. I see how well he works with his older son, who plays wide receiver. I've never seen him play with his other son on the football field. So we're going to because his son don't play football. So out of arrogance, I picked him. He wasn't my first pick, but out of arrogance, he was my last pick. My first pick was my son. I looked at my son's card. And I said, okay, but because I watched him do his little 20-yard dash, 40-yard dash. Mind you, this is his first time being athletic. He ain't never been athletic before. The boy's so athletic now, kind of scared me. But anyway, back then, there was nothing there. Remember, he had just turned 5 in April, and then this flag football happened in May. So there was no athleticism to my son. I told that dude, Adrian, run as fast as you can. He said, run super fast there. I said, yeah, run super fast. That boy kicked his feet. He looked like Isaiah Pacheco. I said, oh no, buddy, not that, not play super fast, because he was just like moving his hands and feet really fast, but like he wasn't going nowhere. I said, I'm gonna take the hit on that one. We'll hopefully fix that through practices. So with he couldn't catch. Right? Again, just football was not his thing. He only did it for me because I asked him. I said, "Hey, you want to go with me?" Because he always came and watched me coach football, but I never had him. He would do some of the drills, like the beginning stuff when they're doing like exercise stuff and conditioning body stuff before we do stuff with the ball. He never, interfered with that stuff. And anytime when practice started, he went off and was a kid and played in the grass and played with the other little kids. I never forced that kid to do anything he never wanted to do. So that's what I said. That's why he was the center on my team, because he didn't like any other positions because he wasn't ready to understand them yet. He understood how to hike the ball. He did it fast. And I was like, oh, I can use you there because that's really important. So important we went 7-0. Anyway. So when we were sitting in the room for the draft for the rest of the kids, I basically looked at my son's card, and then as I picked through the stack of cards, who's better than my son? Simple as that. Like, meaning the numbers that, because it was like a combine that they did in the morning, and then that afternoon we all came back and did our draft. Basically. So I looked at everybody's card, and if your card was better than my son's card, I just put you on my team. I don't know these kids, okay, but I know I was there for the conditioning, and I didn't even pay attention to anybody. I was paying attention to my son. I was there for the conditioning. I was looking at the trainers to see how they were doing their conditioning. Like, okay, so this is legit. I see what they're doing, and their numbers, the way they were marking these kids, was legit. Like I actually saw one kid catch 5 straight passes. Okay, so we pretty much know where he was going to be. And I looked at how he was catching. I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty good. So I mean, if I don't even know if I remember his name, but I do know he ended up on my team because I remember his face when he came to practice. So I didn't know his name. All I picked was from cards. Remember that. Everybody was picked from a card based on your stat numbers being better than my son, who's never played. So I got my team. We go to practice the next Friday, and one kid shows up late. Like I think everybody else is full. And I'll be honest with you, they could have taken him, but I saw a lot of kids. I saw a lot of the coaches really like quickly shake their head, and I know why. The height of him, he was really small. And she was walking down to me, and her exact words were, "I'm so sorry, sir. I'm trying to figure out where my son's supposed to go. I keep asking them." It wasn't even Coach Coombs, because Coach Coombs wasn't on the list. It was the one that was running the thing. He asked the one that asked me to run it for him. I basically was running his team because he actually had to rep for the flag football. So that's what happened. And then they just didn't, no big deal. They just didn't change him from the coach. So when he wasn't there and nobody could help him, and she was just like, I'm just trying to find a team for my son to go on. It was just, we're full. It was like so abruptly, right? I even heard one coach say it from where he was. Like, and then immediately, right when she walked off, he was shaking his head and then like got back to whatever he was doing with his kids. I said, I'm not sure. She gave me, I can't remember his name, but she gave me his name. I said, oh, I'm sorry, man. He's not here right now. But I told her I'm actually taking over his flag football team. So if he's supposed to be on his team, then he should be with me. And simple as that. And then I introduced myself to him. I said, so I told her, I said, hey, I'll double check and just to make sure. But regardless of the fact, if you want to play, just come over here with us and you can train with us. I mean, he wants to be outside with he wants to be outside with kids. Like, I didn't understand why everybody else is so standoffish. Even if he wasn't supposed to be on your team, you couldn't just have him. He signed up. He was supposed to be on. So the names were just wrong on who was running the team. That's all. Y'all couldn't just let that kid just run with y'all for that one practice. That's okay. He came with me. He came with me so much that in the first game he scored his first touchdown. It sucked though because he got so nervous because of all the cheering. He actually quit on me and said, "Boy, oh, it was so weird." But like, I think his mom talked to him. So again, he's not a football player. He's just really good. His older brother, who I don't think he was on. No, he was on the A team. I coached the B team, the Saturday team. He was on the Sunday team. Sunday team didn't go to Super Bowl. Yeah, we did. But his older brother's on the Sunday team. So his mom just wanted him to be in it, not forcing him, but a lot of them just kind of want them in it to be with other kids, have fun with other kids. It just, I don't think he's had good experiences with other coaches because of his height. And I don't know. I don't. If I can teach you how to do something, your height don't mean nothing to people. You want to know why? Because I can teach the smallest man to knock down the biggest. It's that simple. It's called leverage. Okay, learn about it. Anyway, so his mom talked to him, but he came back to me. He said, "Coach, I'm sorry. I was just so scared." I said, "No, buddy, get ready with this excited that you scored, man. You may not just be used to that. It's cool." But no, that dude was quick. He was so fast. So we won our first game. He scored one. One of my main running backs scored. And then we scored one on defense. We had an interception on defense. So that was game one. The Friday before game two, right before practice started, this kid named Donovan came. I'll never forget Donovan. Please, I'm gonna tell you why. But it was a horse. What's what I mean? So when I watched everybody at practice, right? The first thing they were doing, they were ready to play. These coaches couldn't wait to get on this 1 hour practice field and play. Hey guys, you want to know how to sit in the head coaches? Well, I told you only had one formation, right? That's it. Okay. That's all I needed. And with the one formation, we had 3 plays. 1, 2, and 3. Now, can I pass out of that? We eventually did. We'll get to that. But it was for running purposes. Open field stuff. Get around. Get to the end zone. That's the point. The end zone. I need to get in the end zone. You know how long I need? 20 minutes. This is me the last 20 minutes. We don't need an hour of running plays. That's gonna drive these kids crazy. That's what I need from you for more than an hour. I need a lot of running. Yeah, the first 10. See, because my players, we ran the feet. I know 20 yards. Nah. Goalpost to goalpost. Let's go. Yeah, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. Why not? They run outside and at recess and practice all doggone day. Why they can't run a football field? Goalpost to goalpost. But here's the funny thing. When I did that, no, we sorry. We didn't go goalpost to goalpost. That's that flag football. We can only use half the field for it. I do remember. I did it once, and it accidentally got in the way of one of the coach's practices, and I immediately stopped it. They didn't even have to tell me. He was like, "Oh, thank you, coach." I do remember that because one of my kids was so annoyed. He was so weird. He just ran off. He veered off into the other team's practice. Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, hey, right from here, half 50-yard line to the goalpost. That's what I did. I changed it from the 50 to the goalpost. But anyway, Donovan was so fast that by the time he went from the 50 to the goalpost, when he turned around and came back, the rest of the team was headed to the goalpost. I looked at that and I said, now, mind you, he wasn't supposed to be on my team. He ended up on my team because the actual head coach, the flag football coach the head coach for the 5, 6, and 7 tackle team, he overdrafted. Because he stocked his team with all of his tackle players. That's what he did. And Donovan came late. And since everybody else was full, and all I was doing, remember, I was just picking scraps and I was just picking what's left. As long as my numbers were better than my son, didn't bother me. Guess who had got Donovan? Me. Bruh. Donovan played, and I didn't even start him. Oh, I'm stupid like that. I didn't start him. Oh, wow. You missed 2 weeks. You gotta get everybody else in here. And that's unfortunate. But he got in right after the 4th play. We got a first down, put him in. We were on the 35-yard line. He went straight to the house. I did that on purpose because I didn't want anybody to see him yet because I need us to still play football because I knew what he could do. And basically, I just pulled the trigger whenever I wanted. That's what he was to me. Because here's the beautiful part about me pulling the trigger on him. My quarterback was a clip. That boy had he was my, I called him Tommy. He knew it. He was my Tom Brady. Because I had him out here throwing the ball that way. Not down the field. No. Because my quarterback came, he came week 1, but he missed the second week. That's what it was. He missed the second week. He came to the game, but he missed the second week of practice because he also was playing baseball. That's the thing about football and baseball season. We have to share. But it's cool. It's cool. But that's why we didn't start passing until the 3rd week. 3rd, 4th week is when we started passing the football a little bit more. And that's when I started devising plays out of the same 1, 2, and 3. I was just making pass plays out of the same run plays. It was that simple. Like I was giving my quarterback the ability to, if you see it, take it. If not, hand it off. Because number 3 never left his side. And guess who number 3 was? It was Donovan. Absolutely. Why? Because Donovan knew if he couldn't even get the handoff, he just rolled out and catch a little call. And if not, his head legs, he could just take it. I gave my players the ability to think freely. I teach them what I teach them. Have them understand this is what we do in the play. This is what we're doing. But I'll talk to the ones that I know have a bigger concept of what we're doing. Hey, if this can't happen, if this ain't working for you, break up, move, run. They know what I mean. That's why we're winning 36-0, 28-0. Nobody scored on us. We got scored on one time. And that was in the Super Bowl because I had Donovan. Because so I beat the head coach that didn't coach his own son. By the way, his son ended up on the winning team, of course. But the head coach of the tackle team, I played him twice. We all played each other twice. I played him twice. The first time I played, he did score me. I take that back. Because he scored on me. It was 36-0. the first game, and it was 30-6 the second game because I sat half my players early, and then they ended up scoring like at the end of the game. I think I actually kind of like it. It happened because we weren't playing defense, basically. It was 30. It was already 30-0, and the game was like almost over. Like we kind of took control of that game like so early. So I sat almost everybody and just kind of like they got that. That's basically why they got the score. But we had to meet up. He did win all his other games, so he ended up in the Super Bowl against me. I was missing my quarterback because unfortunately his grandfather passed away. I did have a backup, mind you. He's never the backup that I had in mind never touched the ball at quarterback. Not one. You know when he did? When he pulled up early with a lot of other players just to throw the ball around, and I pay attention, and I would see he had an arm. Ooh, he can throw. Nice. And I never. After a couple times, I would actually just throw the ball with him. We just never talked about it. I'm just him, my son, me, him. We just throwing the ball around. We just throwing the ball. No inclination that he's ever going to touch this ball in a game at quarterback because I had no inclination for it. However, right back here, hit pocket pimp just in case. I'm no need to showcase it in a game. That's why, again, who was my backup when we were winning? My son. I don't need to showcase him. He hated it. He needed to do one job. Hand the ball off. Practically hand the ball off, Adrian. That's all I need to do. But the backup that I had when I needed it, that's why we won 12-6. Yeah, it was a tough one because I beat him again. I beat that head coach twice in the season, right? So he basically his entire defense, and I knew it. I had to sometimes I have to see it first. Hopefully, this doesn't cost me. I have to see it, and then I have to devise the plan out of it immediately as fast as I can. So I thought it was like 2-3 plays. I thought they were honing in on Donovan. Like he actually was getting that flag ripped. And I think 1 or 2 of them was behind the line. I was like, nah, can't do that. So there was one time I actually let him have it. And I just needed him to roll all the way out. I don't care if they got his flag. Where we were, I didn't want the ball. I just needed him to get as far as he could away because the way it works, you only get so many first downs. But after a while, then it's going to be a turnover. So I think with this play we had, no matter what, it was going to be a turnover. I just needed him to move the ball away so that I had more space for the defense to do what they needed to do. Because no matter what, he didn't get me. But I was missing a lot of players this game. Somehow they didn't get the information. I think I got sabotaged. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really think I got sabotaged. But that's neither here nor there. Because I did my best to find as many of the players that I could to let them know that the time changed. And again, I got what I could, and we won. That's all that matters. I devised the best plan I could, and we won 12-6. Donovan never scored once in that Super Bowl. He had some great runs, but they got him. But we did have 2 touchdowns, and that was all I needed. Because it was tied 6-6, and we ended up getting that last touchdown. And 7-0, we undefeated. But yeah, Donovan was ripping through the league. He was my not even a secret weapon. Like it was just when I pulled the trigger, you knew it. And like I said, not even on defense, he was him and my quarterback, my 2 corners, because they were eating. And mind you, one of my corners was missing in the Super Bowl because it was my quarterback. That one I couldn't replace because he was eating on. It's like he played corner and safety at the same time. The way I had him lined up, it was so beautiful. Donovan was a little bigger. So I had him play in the position of more like a little middle linebacker slash safety. I had Donovan, I had my quarterback Tommy playing like safety corner. But he was big in a way that he could kind of scoot up a little linebacker. It was moving. But I didn't have nothing crazy. I just made them line up and I let them understand. Look, either you beat them or they beat you. That's as simple as football. I gave them the techniques and the training that they need. I taught them how to properly reach out and get that flag, how to cut off that runner so they can brace for the flag rip. It ain't like tackle where you can juke all you want. You get that hand out and get that flag down. So it was a real fun experience. But you got to think those experiences are what takes these kids to high school. It's what takes them to college. Uh, and then this is what we get, the NFL draft. I'm to see these kids' dreams come true. Remember, a lot of them don't make it. I don't want to make it out of high school. That's the saddest part. A lot of that talent gets put in jail, gets put in the ground, or just not the heart to do it. Don't have the ambition. It's a lot of that art. So when I coach, it's not even about coaching from the heart. I coach. I coach to uplift. I coach for a greater purpose of just the sport that we're in. I had a kid. He was it Roberto? What was he playing? He was a linebacker. He ended up being my outside linebacker, kind of a defensive end a little bit, but he's more an outside linebacker. But he was a backup offensive tackle, meaning he barely played. But what he did at practice, worked his butt off. And we, as the coaches, we really saw that. So one day, we had a couple players that weren't going to be able to play due to injuries. He came up to me. He said, "Coach, I want to play on your defense." I said, "Okay, take it what? Game Saturday. We got practice all week. I'll let you know my decision by Friday. Make sure you show me something. Although I don't need you to show out. I don't need you to be the greatest practice player in the world. What I need you to do is your job. If an assignment is called and I put you in that position, because you told me you want to be on my defense, so at practice, I'm going to put you where you asked to be. So I have to evaluate you all week to know if I'm putting you in a game in this kind of situation. There's a lot you're going to have to do to get on that field Saturday. I'm sorry. And if you're here all week at practice and you come to walkthroughs on Friday, I guarantee you that's all the time I need to say yes. You can. This ain't NFL. This is little league football. But I still need time to evaluate you. You still need to be put in the trenches. I still need to see what happens after the practice when we hit. Okay. All week went by. Never pulled them to the side and told them this. Never. If I pulled them to the side, I wanted to see something else. Like, hey, do me a favor. When you see him come in and do this, hey, I gave him points and tips because I was liking what I was seeing. Never told him that. I'm evaluating. Friday came. Walkthroughs went through. We did a little powwow with the parents. Blew the whistle. Everybody took their trot. We don't run on walkthroughs. We trot. Everybody took their trot, goalpost to goalpost, and everybody went home. And he walked up to me. He said, "Coach." I said, "Oh, yeah. Good job. You're playing tomorrow." Simple as that. Simple as that. Get some rest. What's the motto? They knew the motto. I said, "Hey, what we eating tonight?" "Spaghetti, Coach." I said, "Not too much noodles. More veggies than the noodles." He said, "Yes, Coach." Because why? We don't eat fried food. We don't eat too much starch. We don't eat pizza before a game. And we don't eat nothing with cheese. No cheeseburgers, no nothing. Sorry. That is coach's rules. We do not eat those things the night before a game. It will weigh on our bodies. And I'm not going to have all that running we did all week spoiled because one night you just had to go eat some fried nuggets. And nope. Go put some vegetables. Go put some protein in your body tonight. This one night. The night before the game. That's all I'm asking. I tell it to the parents. They know. They understand. And that's why we dominate every week. But yeah, he had a great game. A great game to the point that he stayed on defense. Actually, that was our linebacker. But even much so, he became a chess champion later on as he was going through high school. He was a starting defensive player when he got to high school, because this is Pop Warner we did. He was starting on defense when he got to high school, but he also was a chess champion. I was credited that by my other coach that was telling me the story, that the confidence we gave him from that one time he asked us. He came with us with confidence, and we only told him, "Yeah, you give us this week. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to give you a week if I don't see what you've been doing at practice in general. Like, if I don't see enough at practice, no, so unfortunately, we need a little bit more work before I can stick you on this defense." Okay. And Trust me, the players and the parents knew it wasn't no cakewalk to come play for me on defense. It wasn't. There was a lot that you tell me you play defensive end, yeah, we'll see. You tell me you playing corner, okay, yeah, okay. When I get done with you, we'll see what you really play. Because I had a corner, he was really great. He was great. His problem was he couldn't catch anybody. He couldn't stop anybody that was taller than him. He was really short, but he was a hitter. Notice that at practice, like when we did tackle drill, like he can lock up. He wrapped up very well. I put it behind the middle linebacker, moved his position. Hey, I talked to him, pulled him to the side, and look here, you are getting killed at corner, and it's not your fault. Your height right now is your disadvantage. But however, I can use your height in another area if you allow me to use you that way. I talk to my players. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I tell them the truth. Okay. I didn't tell him he sucked. I didn't tell him he was a bad player. I told him due to his height, this is little league. It's different in little league. Okay. It's not just gonna miraculously just skyrocket in height within the next 24 hours. No, but I gotta find somewhere where I can use you right now. Middle linebacker who's eating people alive. I even had to tell his mama, I do apologize. If your son's attitude does change, I'm letting you know now, get it corrected. Like, hey, you digging it behind or have me do it. The only reason I'm talking to you like this now is because he's no longer a corner. He is a linebacker, which means he is enjoying putting pain on people. It changes your mentality a little bit. It makes you walk around like, who is you? Have you actually just been around linebackers? That's my favorite. Boys and boys. You been around linebackers? Like James Harrison, they have an attitude problem because they've been hitting people for a long time and they're good at it. And when you allow somebody to let that happen, that changes you up here. Telling you, divas or receivers, why they don't want to get hit? It hurt. They want to look pretty. Them linebackers, pain is what they do. That's what they live by. It's whoo! Sometimes I'll be like, how your chest ain't get caved in. And I'm talking about a linebacker ran over my running back. But he took that hit and dragged the behind down with him, got back up, and then laid him behind. What? Woo-wee! That's football for you. But look, he was turning into that. And I was just giving her a heads up now, his attitude. And I'm trying to say he'd be a bad kid. Like, no, that's not what I mean. But his attitude, because he's been hitting, he feels some type of way about himself. His mama might say something to him. He might come, snip with some little attitude like, hey, don't blame it on football. It is football fault. But now that we know where it's coming from, let's get this control now. I talk to a lot of parents when I'm changing them. Because the thing is, I am changing his mentality because you're gonna be doing a lot of hitting. Like you're gonna be lighting people up on a regular basis. So your mentality doesn't have to change. You can't be, no, get a face. Get a face. You know what I'm saying? Get mean. You have to be mean. Like I don't think that concept is in football anymore. Like you have to be mean. This is not you're hitting somebody. You're putting pain into somebody. It's just not we ain't laughing about it. Anyway, let's get back on track. Coach got a lot of football stories for you. All right, so excuse me. We do have the NFL draft, and that will be held. Where are we at? And it'll be held in Detroit at the Campus Meredith Park in Hart Plaza. You can catch it on ESPN, ABC, and NFL Network. Excuse me. Excuse Coach. Excuse me. All right. So it takes place April 25th through the 27th. Round 1 will be Thursday, April 25th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Round 2 and 3 are Friday, April 26th, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then rounds 4 through 7 are Saturday, April 27th, starting at noon. Okay. Here is how important the draft is for me, but you got to understand, watching rounds 1 through 7 are not that important. They're not. There's really not a lot going on in rounds 4 through 7 because they actually go quicker than you think because it's a lot of people. You think round 1 is pretty much from 8 p.m. to doggone midnight. Yeah, it's that long. Round 1 is that long. And then you got rounds 2 and that's why you think they're going to start rounds 2 and 3 at 7 instead of 8 because it's still going to go to doggone midnight. But instead of it being 2 minutes, I think rounds 2 and 3 drop down to a minute 45 or something like that. So it's a little quicker. But even in rounds 2 and 3, you're going to see more action. That's Friday. Friday is one of the most important days in NFL. Y'all thought I was gonna say round 1? No. Round 1 is the most exciting day. It's the most televised day. It's the day that gets us ready for the future. It has the number 1 pick, and then it has every first round. Like, that's just exciting to see that you are all picked first from all these teams. Like, it takes you back to the playground days of I pick you, I got you. You just sitting there like, man, don't pick me last. I ain't never been picked last. I tell you that. Only time I've been picked last, I've never been picked, is if I'm at a new park. And I've never, ever been ashamed of that. It's basketball. I've never, ever been ashamed of that. Well, what I've always done is if I ain't been picked, I'll find an open court. I'm going to go over, and if they're hooping on this side, run over here on this side and hit a couple shots, hit a layup. If I see them sprinting or running through my ball, sprint at the other end. You know why I'm doing all that? I get picked up in this game so they can see, oh, that kid working. I'm trying to hoop. Yeah, I am. And I stay getting picked up. When I'm not new no more, I'm on the court, pimp. You ain't stopping me. You ain't stopping Mr. Lefty. It ain't going to happen. But I got to get this. So never be mad that your number's not called first. It's exciting. It's all it is. But let's remember, Tom Brady wasn't picked first. He got 7. The first to ever do it, that's what's important. Being the first to ever do something. That's when you submit your name and your legacy. Got a lot of first round draft picks. Where they at? How that T.I. say? They say I got 2 left eyes. Where they at though? That will have you done. I'm just fine. Man, they got to find a way for something like that back. But anyway, so round 1 it's exciting. That it really is. So you especially when you got a team that out of nowhere got 3 first round draft picks. What? That's like, but outside of that, it's not rounds 2 and 3. See, rounds 2 and 3, it's so much shuffling. It's so much wheeling. You think you're watching the stock market on rounds 2 and 3. It's so many days. Ding, 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 ding. You hear that ding, that thing on trade phone so much. So many teams trading up, down, trading back. They had 3 picks in the second round. They done traded back. Now they got 8 picks in the third round. They're going to go pick. You know how much value that is to have 8 picks alone by yourself in the third round? You're going to get everybody you freaking want. See, yeah, it's not about the first round. The first round is just exciting because it kicks off the future. But if you're in rounds 2 and 3 and you got +5 picks, you got +3 picks in rounds 2 and 3, you have a gold ticket. I'm telling you, because you're just bringing in the right youth. You're not bringing in 4th round, 7th round because you staggered. No, you still got them to come. You still got 2-3 picks in the 4th, 6th, 7th round, maybe nothing in the 5th. And maybe you will and deal something from your 2nd, 3rd round. Now you got a 5th round pick because something you wait. That is what the draft is all about, especially rounds 2 and 3. It's so much of that. Rounds 4 through 7, it's that too, but it's not that it's slower, it's quicker because the rounds are shorter and they're just slanted. I think rounds 4 through 7 are more so really meant for people that bought their tickets for the going there for the draft. That is where more celebrities do announcements. More celebrities, more charitable community things happen. That's what rounds 4 through 7 is. It's more so for everyone because it's like the rest of these players, and I hate to use the word. I hate that word, rest of these players. It's such a derogatory term because they're no less than anybody else that went before them. But it's so much that goes on with rounds 4 through 7. It kind of takes away from them. So it's like you'll look on the TV and you'll see a team pick, and the next thing you know, like 4 teams have already picked. Like, so it goes fast rounds 4 through 7. So It's not like sitting down trying to watch that. You don't need to have your ticker on. Get all your updates. That's what you need for rounds 4 through 7. Move around the world and live your life and let those updates come in so that your team, oh, we got this in the sixth round. We got 3 picks in the sixth round. I like that. That's what you need. You don't need to watch that. Okay, it moves too fast. You'll get lost trying to rock rounds 4 through 7. Maybe if you have a barbecue because it starts at noon. It's on Saturday. You ain't got nothing else to do. You just have it on the TV, but you really just kind of like hanging out with everybody, just chilling. That's different. But to sit down with you or just even having a beer with somebody, just watching round 4 through 7. Don't do that. You'll fall asleep like you're watching golf. And you don't even need to watch sleep because golf is very exciting. All right. So that is what that's the preview for the NFL draft. Let's see here. What we got next up? Oh, next. All right. So that's what I wanted to see. All right. So next we're going to talk about round by round order. So now we have the NFL draft. We have the preview of what's going on, what day it is, how long it's going to be. And now we know we're going to see dreams come true for hundreds of players. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see so many dreams come true. Sometimes those dreams can get squandered. So before I get started, prospects. I'm going to do it every year. I'm going to do it every single year. I should have made a ticker for it. I should have, but next time we will. Maybe even when we next week's show I'll have it on here. But prospects. We already have a few fools right now in the news from the NFL doing egregious, ignorant things. Guys, this is your livelihood. This is your future. Some of you don't have one outside of this. You remember that, right? Some of you come from the grimiest of the low. And what kills me is there are people who stay down in that grime so you don't have to. They're literally walking you to school and going to do their dirt, but they making sure you don't turn into that. You got to. There's indications about how things happen and where some people come from. But what people need to understand is, yes, a lot of these people do come from those types of environment. And sometimes those environments don't want them to come like that. They are trying to help them get out of it. But then this comes and we lose all freaking control. This is why NCAA don't want y'all to have money, because they feel like y'all too young to manage it. Y'all get into the NFL and squander it. Because it ain't, when I say squander, it ain't from houses. It ain't from having house. That's investment. You sell that bad boy because you was an NFL player, you have that house. It don't matter. I'd rather you buy 50 houses than buy boxes of jewelry or a slew of cars. So you tell me, oh, he wasting his money on, I know he's not, that's property, that is value. That man sell that, that's dope. Period. No ifs, ands, but they know where you buy. Y'all know what I mean. This is what I mean by y'all squandering your money. Fines, fees, because you're doing stuff out here you're not supposed to, because you're paying lawyer fees, you're paying court fees, because you're drinking and driving. You have all this money. They have Uber, and you still want to drive that fast car while drunk. Baffles me. It just baffles me. Prospects, your life does not have to end. You can do it the right way. Just go to work, go to practice, go to training camp. I'm not here to tell you how to manage your money. What I'm telling you to do is stop this ignorant, stupid stuff. You guys are ruining your lives because you guys want to be out here living whatever you only live once crap life. Stop living like that. That's going to kill you, people. It's going to kill you all. Or worse, it's going to damage your image, and you're not going to be anything. You're not going to get anything. And now you're a wasted pick. And now you're in the news. And now you're even talked about in ways you should have never heard your name come out of somebody's mouth because of one mistake. Because you had to rob. You an NFL player, or a college player, you stealing, or worse, you driving and drinking. sexual assault, fighting. We still not learning. We still not learning nothing from the past, right? We've got to do better. We have to do better. I don't think people quite understand the opportunity that athletes get. I know people think that they're athletes, and I don't. They have the ability to do something you can't. A lawyer has the same ability to do something I can't, but the same message goes to them. Why squander what you worked so hard for over a cheap ticket because you want somebody want to get off? Because so you know you can ruin your name for somebody. But we don't get to that. But prospect, your journey is a beautiful journey, and it's yours alone. And sometimes you have to drop dead weight, or that weight don't carry you down. So please, 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 as we enter into next week, guys, let's be smart. Let's be smart. Y'all about to get paid. Y'all about to do you. You're about to literally live your dream. Let's not stagger it. Let's not waste and throw it away. Let's be smarter. Let's be humble about this opportunity. And let's be great about it. Let's turn it into something legendary. Because next Thursday, it all starts. All right. Now, round by round order. I had to get that off my chest real quick. So, round one, and I'm not going through rounds 2, 3, or 4. I'm actually just doing round one today. So I just want to give you guys just a glimpse of what teams are drafting on what day, who they got to pick from, and basically just what the draft order will look like come next week. So first round is pick number 1 is the Chicago Bears. They got that from the Carolina Panthers. Pick number 2 is the Washington Commanders. Pick number 3 is the New England Patriots. Pick number 4, Arizona Cardinals. Ooh. You want something funny? That Arizona Cardinals pick. I don't know if they're going to keep that though. They could trade up there. They could trade down. I'm not sure unless they go for a quarterback. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, they could go for a receiver. They do need a receiver. They have James Conner, and they can get another quarter. They can get another running back in like 4th, 5th round. But I feel like somebody's going to take that 4th pick from them. I just don't see Arizona staying there unless they grab something defensively. They could, but I don't know. I see maybe the Chargers or even the Giants moving up to that 4th spot. You have the Los Angeles Chargers at 5, New York Giants at 6, Tennessee Titans 7. Tennessee Titans at 7. They can keep that one. Let's see. Atlanta Falcons at number 8. They're definitely going to stay at 8. They may move up or they may move back. I think they like what they have because at 8, though, the 8th pick, they could move up for something on defense. If there's something defensively they want, because they need help on the defensive line or linebacker. So they could go ahead and grab one of those with that pick. Or move up, depending on, because if everybody from rounds 1 through 6 is offense, which I believe they will be, Atlanta may be good to sit there at 8 and get one of the best defensive players off the board at number 8, and maybe move up and maybe switch out with Tennessee and just take it from at number 7. But they could stay at 8 and do it. Chicago has the 2nd pick at number 9. That's actually really good. They have the 1st and the 9th pick. They could move out of that, or they could use that for defense. They could use that for a defensive pick at number 9. Jets at number 10, they'll stay there. Minnesota at number 11. That's an iffy one because they could move out. They could move up because at number 11, they could jump up to 6 with the Giants, or they could move up to number 5. And the Chargers could move back. If there's nothing, the Chargers are. Like I said, Chargers are taking. I don't know, because Chargers are taking defense. They could move out at 11 and grab what they need at defense. They need a corner, is what they need. They can get that at the number 11 pick and have Minnesota move up at 5. So yeah. I don't stay with the numbers. I'll move it around if I think a team should do that. Based on what their needs are, and based on what the prospect what the prospect pick and need is, which we'll be getting to next. Let's see. real quick. Oh, we got a couple of chats. What we got, base? Let's see. Who do you want the Pats to take? Oh, they got to take the quarterback. That's obvious. So, it's pretty much who the Bears don't take, really. Who the Bears in Washington don't take is who. So we'll get to that. I'm gonna see. I mean, I'll give you an answer in a minute, Teddy, because we're gonna get to that one in a minute. We'll get to that one in a minute. Let's see. Where are you at? Okay, let's see. Denver has the 12th pick. Raiders have the 13th pick. Saints have the 14th pick. Colts have the 15th pick. Colts could stay there. They could move around. Their quarterback could be back. They got some good pieces right now. So if I'm the Colts, I'm replacing a lot of defensive players, and I could do that at 15. Could I move up? Yeah, but I can also do that at 15. Seattle at 16. That 16th pick scares me because Seattle, I don't know. They like to move out. So I don't know if there's nothing that I'm gonna see what they have available when I see what the team pick is. We'll see if they need to move up or down. Or stay where they're at 16. Jacksonville at 17. What does Jacksonville need? They need offensive line. Another running back. Cincinnati Bengals at 18. Bengals could move up, though. Rams at 19. Pittsburgh at 20. They don't need a quarterback. They don't need a running back. They need defense. So they'll probably Pittsburgh may stay or move, but they just need defense. So we'll see. Not just defense, but don't get me wrong. They need another receiver too. But I think they can get that at 20. I think they can stay where they are and get what they need. If they have the ability to move up without it costing them too much, they might, but I don't think so. Miami at 21. Yeah, they'll stay there. They're not going to be greedy. What they need to do is fill in gaps. They lost like 7 people on defense, so they have a lot of fill-ins to do. So that's probably what they're going to base this draft on, is just filling in pieces. Philly at 22. They do a lot of moving, so we'll see what they do. Minnesota has the 2nd pick at 23 from Cleveland through Houston. Dallas has the 24th pick. So Minnesota has 2 picks in the first round. Dallas has the Dallas has the 24th pick. Green Bay has the 25th pick. Tampa Bay has the 26th pick. Arizona has the 2nd pick at the 27th from Houston. Buffalo has the 28th pick. Detroit has the 29th. Baltimore Ravens have the 30th. San Francisco has the 31st. And Kansas City has the 32nd. So I don't think Kansas City's going to move around. I think they'll keep that. San Francisco may move back in the 2nd round and give somebody that 31st pick. Same as Baltimore. Like some of these ones, I don't know, Baltimore might stay at 30, depending on what they can get there. They might stay at 30 or they can move out. Buffalo will stay at 28 or move up. All right, so real quick, this coach got to take a call. We're going on a quick commercial break. And then when we get back, we are going to go by the team-by-team picks. All right, so you guys stay tuned. Coach will be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, build the wing, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, we are back. We are back. All right, so let us now get into our next banner, which is team by team picks. All right, so I feel this is a little bit important as well because we need to understand what the teams are projected to draft. You know, I'm looking at. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So, round one, the Chicago Bears are projected to draft Caleb Williams at quarterback. Round two, Washington Commanders. I mean, not round two. With the pick number two, it's the Commanders are projected to draft Drake May. Number three, the Patriots are projected to draft Jaden Daniels. Oh, I kind of like that. So that's what it is. Those are the three quarterbacks: Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels. And I like. Another thing, to be honest with you, the Patriots could go. Teddy, the Patriots could go either way with either of those three because why? They're all three first round high draft picks. The high draft picks are always potentially supposed to be the future of your franchise, right? Sometimes it can happen at 15th pick, like it, we hoped it would have been with oh man, let's say I forgot his name already. Exactly, the other one. Sometimes it's with Russell Wilson, who won the Super Bowl. He was a fourth or sixth round pick. So we want that first round pick to be the future of our franchise. That's what we hope for. And sometimes it happens that way, sometimes it doesn't. But what I'm saying is, as it pertains to what the need of the Patriots are right now, he's a 6'4" quarterback. He's 210 pounds, a little light. I hope they can bulk him up to 230. Here's why I say that. It's cold in New England. It get cold, but he needs some meat. Okay. He's 6'4". I like the height, but he's gonna need a little bit of meat on his bones. They do like him as a dynamic runner. And it's not Bill Belichick anymore. This is a new regime. So a lot of things are gonna be different with the Patriots. I like the fact that they're in the top three picks, and I like the fact that it has to be a quarterback. I like the fact that they're not looking for a defensive end, they're not looking for a receiver. Nope, we need the future of the franchise right now. So we tried it last year, it didn't work. Here we are again. Or not last year, 2 years ago. Here we are again. So I like it. They went from 15 to 3. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Like again, we've had 3 first-round quarterbacks drafted last year. One of them made it to the playoffs. One got hurt. What was the other one? What am I thinking of? Oh, one got beat up. He got beat up with the Carolina Panthers. Oh my God, it was a murder scene. But he's a tough SOB. I give him that. He can take a hit, but you can't take it. You can't keep taking it every week. Eventually, that takes a toll on your body. So, hopefully, they can get that figured out in Carolina. But number 4, Arizona Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. They do again. That's the receiver at the number 4 pick for them. With Kyler Murray, if they paid him all that doggone money, so they got to get him a target. This is where you have to go all in on him now to see if he's going to stay your quarterback or not. The Los Angeles Chargers, they want to get a tight end. I don't think that's smart. You don't have Mike Williams or Keenan Allen. Why in God's name do you want a 6'3" tight end? That's small. Okay, well, we'll see if that changes. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I think they would. I personally thought they would have gone the route of a receiver or even defense because the defense still ain't that good. But I guess the Chargers don't want to win football, so whoop de doo. All right, Giants are going at receiver Malik Neighbors. Well, yeah, they did give what's his name money. Devin Singletary, which I don't understand what that was for. I get it, you lost Saquon, but why would you give a second tier, third tier quarterback, running back money like that? Now you pay Saquon like that was stupid. But anyway, they go for a receiver, 6 foot, 200 pounds. So they're all in on Daniel Jones, so I guess they got to get him some more help. Tennessee is going for an offensive tackle, and you know what? That one I like. I like the fact that Tennessee, 6'9", 321 pounds. They're going to focus on that offensive line right now. And hey, sometimes in the draft you can address those needs. Yeah, they got to get somebody for Will Levis, and it's good because Will Levis is kind of getting into his own. So the offensive lineman now gets to fit to what Will Levis did, and they're probably getting somebody that fits his scheme. So that, for me, I never have a problem with you grabbing an offensive line, especially at number 7. I don't think offensive linemen need to be going anywhere in the first 5 picks, but anywhere between 6 to 10 now, yeah, that's fine. Atlanta Falcons. I'm going for an edge rush. Oh my God, thank you. What did I tell you? 6'3", 247 pounds, edge rusher linebacker. That's exactly what they need. I told y'all the fact that they gave Kirk Cousins some money. Oh, guys, again, let's be real. Kirk Cousins did not get paid. He got a bonus of $50 million, but his contract was $136. He got nothing guaranteed. You know what that means? If he sucks, they pull that contract, period. Enough said. They did not give him, there's nothing in his contract that's guaranteed. So, boo-hoo with that. He did not get paid a lot of money. Stop looking at the number of $180-something million. Don't look at that. Did he get $87 million of that $180-something guaranteed? No. He got a $50 million bonus. That's not guaranteed money. Okay? That's not. That's money up front that they had laying on the books and said, oh yeah, we can get that to you. He ain't even got any incentives. That's you know who else got a bonus? Todd Gurley. He didn't get paid. He got $43 million and he got a $20 million bonus. He didn't get $20 million in guaranteed. No. Only person that is benefiting right now of guaranteed money is Russell Wilson. All right, Chicago Bears at the 9th pick. They're going for an edge. I like that as well. Yeah, I like that. They need to. Okay, so they're going for a quarterback in the first round, and they go for an edge rusher in the second round. I mean, in the first round again. So they're going for offense, defense. New York Jets. They're going for another wide receiver. Why? Maybe I hope that doesn't stay that way. They don't. That shouldn't stay that way. There's no way they need another wide receiver, especially when they just picked up Mike Williams. No, that's where the Jets need to have drafted some linemen here. Maybe beef up the defense a bit more. I don't think they need another receiver. Okay, Minnesota Vikings at number 10, quarterback. So they could move up to go grab one. Like I said, Minnesota could still move up. Excuse me. Or they can stay right there and get J.J. McCarthy. I hope they don't feed into the fact that he won a national championship. That's why they're getting him. Quarterback Bo Nix is a quarterback-heavy draft. Denver, they do need a quarterback as well. So Oregon's quarterback Bo Mixon. I'm not going to get too much into if they should draft the player and hit the players a bit. Not doing that. This is just giving you guys what I'm kind of just saying. Yeah, they should or shouldn't, based off the need of the team in the pick that they have. Raiders at the 13th pick are going for an offensive tackle. I really like that. I really do. They need to give, if they're going to go ahead with their quarterback as well, give him some backup help, or get him some help on the line, because the line was not good last year. So I really like that they're addressing that. I think the defense can still be addressed in the draft. Later in the draft, they're going to address that as well. But I like the fact that they're addressing their offensive issue, 6'6", 234, a little bit more weight, but I like the fact that they're addressing this with their 13th pick. New Orleans Saints are going for an offensive tackle. I like that. Thank God. Okay. I don't like the Chase Young pickup for $13 million. I think that's a 1-year waste. But I like the fact that they are addressing the offensive needs right now. The offensive line is atrocious, and they do need to. They need some youth so that way. And then, again, you picking up an offensive tackle this year is not guaranteeing you any success anywhere near football. What this guarantees you, if this offensive lineman is successful in his development this year, he's going to be a monster for you. You want your offensive tackles in the draft to be ready the next year. Okay, that means he's not getting injured. He's picking up his blocks properly when he does get put in the game. He's not going to get a lot of playing time unless your team is just that bad that you have to play a rookie offensive line. That's pretty bad. Or unless he's just that amazing. Trust me, there are some that are amazing. There are those offensive linemen that are amazing, or they come few. They come very, very few. It's hard to be that big and powerful and not get injured consistently. It's just it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of muscle mass. It's a lot on the body. So those that know how to condition their body right, and use the power properly. It's not an easy position to play lineman. It's really not. The 15th pick with the Indianapolis Colts, they're going for a cornerback. I like that. I would have preferred a linebacker, but they're addressing defensive needs, so I'm completely okay with that. 6'2", I like the height, 185 pounds. It's okay, a little light, but as long as he's got a little bit of strength behind him, he'll put 15 more. He'll put 15 pounds. Seattle Seahawks are going for an edge. Okay. I mean, beef the defense up. Why not? I'm never gonna say don't do that. You can never go wrong beefing up your defense. So at the 16th pick, that's fine by me. Jacksonville's doing the same thing. They're going for corner. And okay, good. I was hoping for that. I couldn't think of any other position they were kind of lacking in outside of the secondary. So this one, I like it. 6 foot, 180-pound corner. I like it. Cincinnati, they're addressing the offensive line. 6'6", 242-pound offensive tackle. I like that. He's from Alabama. So you also, he can block. Los Angeles, they're going for a cornerback with their 19th pick. Okay. Let me think. The Rams. Yeah. They lost Ramsey a couple years ago. They need to replenish their cornerbacks. That they do. So if they're doing it by the youth way, I like that. Yeah. So they do need to address their safety as well. So, and you could probably do that with a 6'1", 209-pound corner. You could probably convert him to a safety if he has a wingspan. Pittsburgh is going for an offensive tackle. Okay. They're addressing the offensive line. Miami is going for a defensive tackle. Yeah. So remember, I said Miami lost 7 defensive players off their roster. So they're immediately addressing that with their 21st pick. So I'm okay with that. He's a little small for a defensive tackle. He's 6 foot, 297. I'm gonna need him to play inside linebacker. No, I'm sorry, defensive tackle. I'm thinking edge. Never mind. I'm sorry. Don't pay no attention to me. He needs 15 more pounds, but I'll take him at 6 foot. Yeah, he needs about 15 more pounds on him as a defensive tackle, but I'll take that. Yeah, they do. Actually, yeah, they definitely need to address the interior defensive line. Yeah. So good job, Dolphins. If that's the route you're going, maybe not the player, but if they're going defensive tackle, that's a good route to go. And Philadelphia is, of course, dressing cornerbacks because theirs are getting old, so I like that. With their 22nd pick, Minnesota with the 23rd pick. So this is their second pick. They're addressing the defensive tackle. Bada bing, they went quarterback with their first pick in the first round, and now they're going defensive tackle with their second pick in the first round. So I like that a lot. And I'm gonna say it, and then Tomo's gonna come up. But no, coach, we do need to address our guard of all the position, Dallas Cowboys, of every position that we have right now. You have the 24th pick. You telling me you can't do better than guard? You need a guard right now? A guard. You have no running back. You only have one receiver. You don't have a defense. Not as great as everybody. You can address that a little bit better. A guard? You need a guard right now. You telling me with the 24th pick, Dallas, do I need to go look? I need to go look in the second round. Now I got to go look at them in the second round because Where is the second round? Where you at? I need to find Dallas. Second round. Here, okay. Round 2. Where you at, Dallas? You better have a second round pick. Okay, I'm gonna pick 50 now in the third round, on the second round, Dallas. Good luck, Cowboys. Good luck. Good luck. I'm not. Good luck. Good luck. Your first 2 picks are guard and offensive tackle. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Let me go back. Let me go back to what I was doing. That's gonna be so boring. Y'all are so boring. Dallas, y'all are so boring. You guys do so little just to only win 11 games just to get put out in the second round. Good luck, Dallas. I guess that's what I'm picking on this year. That's what I'm picking on this year. 12 wins, 12-5. Good luck, Dallas. Good luck. Green Bay, here we go. You're going for an offensive tackle. 6'8", 322 pounds. You want to know why? The Packers need to boost their offensive line for Jordan Love. Yes, you want to know why? Because did y'all see that playoff game? That buddy took shot after shot after shot. He was getting his behind beat up. So they went and addressed it. Dallas, they addressed an important need. A guard, Dallas. You think you need a guard with the 24th pick? You know what I hope? You know what I hope, Dallas? I hope that's a fluke. And I actually hope that you plan on trading out into the second round so you can have a higher second round pick and get a better player and then get that same offensive tackle that you were going to get in the second round. You can still keep that. But if you go guard and then offensive tackle, nope. Good luck. Somebody will fire Jerry Jones. He can't continue to be the owner, general manager, and coach of the Dallas Cowboys, or we're going to keep seeing this crap. Anyway, Tampa. Yes, you're addressing your cornerback because you definitely need to. But 5'11", stay with these small corners. All right, Arizona, with your second pick in the first round, you are going for a guard. Okay, that I can deal with because they went with the receiver first. And now they're going with a guard to get some protection. And it's late in the draft. That's you. Nope. Nope. I already said it. Good luck, Dallas. Good luck. Buffalo Bills. You're going with a wide receiver. Okay. You got to replace Stephon Diggs. I find it. That's fine. And you're going with a bigger guy, 6'4", 205 pounds. Okay. Yeah, I like it. All right. Detroit with the 29th pick. They're going with another edge rusher, which is very, very good. 30th pick from Baltimore. They're going with the offensive tackle. That means they may do that and sit there with that, or they could trade out in the second round, which means they're probably going to do the same thing in the second round. Somebody just might trade up to take that pick from them, but not the player. San Francisco, same thing. They need a corner. Oh, no. San Francisco may stay and get that corner. They may stay there at 31. Or again, if they can trade out and get the same position early in the second round, they'll probably do that too. But the fact that they're addressing corner first is definitely what they need to do. And then Kansas City, yes, they definitely need to address the offensive line. So they're going with offensive tackle. They definitely do need to address that. They could have went for another receiver, but they did just pick up. They picked up Brown, so I think they're okay there. Let me see. Maybe the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are going to keep that pick. Why get an offensive tackle with the 32nd pick? So you can trade out and do the same thing in the second round and let somebody else have that 32nd pick. Oh, we'll see. Because even though Carolina has the 33rd pick, they could trade one of their other picks and trade in. Because I don't think Carolina has a first round pick. So they may find a way to trade back into the first round if they can. So we'll see. we'll see. That's the first. Of course, that's what's always exciting about the first round is all the pieces that move up and down. Not all, it's not a lot, but just to see somebody like they didn't have a draft pick at all. Oh, there they go. Now they got one, or they had one, and yeah, we don't need it. Like what? Who? What you got on your roster? You know, so. Let's see. Matt Jones. Can't believe I forgot dude's name. Oh my God. I had a brain fart. Our defensive fine. And Gonzalez will be coming back. You guys just need some weapons and a quarterback. So yeah, absolutely. Chargers need receivers. They definitely do. That's why I don't understand. I hope it's a mock thing that I saw. So hopefully they're actually not getting a tight end at that first pick. I really hope they're not doing that. I see the Jets picking a tight end or a lineman. They're getting a lineman, but I like the fact. I like that, Teddy. The Jets do need a tight end actually. So they could. They have receiver on the thing that I just saw. They definitely don't need that, especially picking up Mike Williams. But a tight end, I can definitely see them picking up a tight end. Absolutely. Judon coming back from injury as well. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, that's right. That's right. Patriots. Ooh. I'm not putting them high, but they can look pretty nice. We got to see what it's like with the new regime. It's a brand new regime. Should be exciting. New England, this is good for them for new life purpose. 7 wins this year, 7-8 wins this year from New England, shutting somebody out of the playoffs, so they got that 8th win. That's a good look. Depending on what the rookie can do, depending on what they can do defensively, depending on what we have with the new coach, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. All right, so that's pretty much all I have for today's show. We'll be back next Monday, and it's basically right before the draft. So next Monday's show is going to be really good. What we're going to do is we're going to basically go a little deeper than what we did today. Today, I'll just give you a background overview of what the first round is going to look like. And next week, we're going to dive a little bit more into the team's needs at each position and what they should not actually draft first or not. You know what I mean? So again, I'm harping on the Cowboys because they're going for a guard in the 24th, with the 24th pick. However, when I look at it again next week, there could be a specific reason that I'll actually look into. Okay, I ripped first, and I apologize. I send my apologies. I send my flowers. Okay? But I'm gonna rip you now just because I want to. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I had a great show today. I really appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate everybody that came. Again, stay tuned. Next Monday, we'll be back for more drafts right before Thursday. And then after that, time to get into some fantasy. Yeah, it's time to get ready. Hey, we got dynasty stuff. People got to get some information on these rookies, okay? So we got to get coach's job. I told you, I'd start early. I start real early. So I ain't got but one more great week, which is next Monday. And then it's time for some fantasy football, people. Hey, FFC is going to be full-fledged. Rankings. I should be ready for dynasty rankings. I have to get all the rookies once the draft is over. I got one more to do. I got to get all those rookies. I got all the teams. So basically, we got work to do, guys. We got work to do. So stay tuned, all right? So, again, I appreciate everybody for coming. And, Coach, will see you guys next week. Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.